has been consistently letting me know that what He's working on with us right now is our ability to forgive, not only just forgive others, but to forgive ourselves, to be tolerant of other people, their offenses against us, etc., etc. So I had run into one of you lovely people a couple weeks ago, and I did do a video, but actually it didn't go up. It was something was wrong with it, so I didn't put it up. As anyone who knows me knows the struggles I've had with putting up videos. So this lady said to me, I was getting my stuff out of the car, and I was going to deliver something. No, sorry, the grocery store to pick up something, and she said, "Are you still doing videos?" Two messages for me in that. One, where have I been? And two, she recognized me. Shalom, shalom, Carol. Good to see you. So I said to her, yes, I'm still doing videos, but the warfare in my life has been so intense that my focus has kind of been just to be living. Which I don't think is enough for God. Like I think that the Lord knows that I could do more, but what I discovered during this time, this last bit of refining the Lord is putting me through, is who my enemies are. I had mentioned before, but also too, how sickness comes to really be. This young lady who I spoke to said that her warfare was been so heavy for her that she had to move away from the city that she was living in, and that the plans that she had for her life didn't come to fruition because of all the warfare that's been happening in her life. And I said that she's not the only one. You're not the only one. If you're going through such circumstances that at the hands, and at the hands of people who are supposed to be there for you, who are supposed to be protecting us or supposed to be nurturing you, etc., etc., just know it's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you. Something about when God he picks a particular person and protects them and fills them. I had mentioned this before. It changes you. The Bible talks about when you are born again, you are a new creature, you're a new creation. That is not an understatement. It's so understated if you think about it. It speaks to me in a way that lets me know that I'm not going to fit in. I'm not going to be liked by many. I necessarily don't necessarily have friends that I might have had years ago. And even years ago, those people that claimed that we were friends, we really weren't friends. If you understand what I'm saying. There's lots of people who will be in your life and then will smile in your face and really have no good intentions towards you. And I had a lot of people in my life like that. So this message is for two of you. One, the lady who I met. I hope that you're in good company, that there's people there to support you. If you see this, please reach out to me. I would love to be able to touch base again and see if there's anything you might need. In relations to the lady that I watched, this is a black lady who was saying that black women don't like her. And she's beautiful, natural hair, very dark skin, but she's very pretty. And if I could speak to her, I would. The video that I saw was not her video. It was someone making a video based on her video. But the way she was speaking, my heart just went out to her. And so what I'm saying right now is that we're in a period right now where we need to be so calm and so at peace. Greetings, Tammy. So calm and so at peace with what God is doing in our lives, and everything that happens in our life, good and bad, the Lord either orchestrates it or He allows it. And I've had a lot of people come into my space who have been so disrespectful, so condescending. Things of a property of mine is still being taken and moved, and all sorts of things are happening with my stuff. This would have happened maybe I say 5-6 years ago. I would have definitely been crazy, or it would have set me off. But now that I've gone through all I've gone through, and the Lord has shown me what the world really is about, that we're definitely in a spiritual battle. As we see things physically here, there's so much more going on spiritually than we ever will know. And that the church is not preaching this. The church is not preaching this, and I had gone to the Lord, like just really just asking God why. Why is the church not preaching this? And the church is not preaching this because a lot of the time the church is involved. The church, the building as we know it, are not necessarily, most of them, a lot of them are not what they present to be. The Lord says that they're a synagogue of Satan. They're not of Him. It's our job as believers to decipher who is who so that you know if you're fellowshipping with believers or you're fellowshipping with people who are targeting believers. There's a difference, and you can tell. The Holy Spirit will reveal it to you. You'll walk into a situation right away and know this is not it. So we are in a time where the evil on the earth is so intense that there's certain things happening right now with me that I like. I mean, the Lord is weaning me off of things that I love, like things that people have peace of mind because things, they put something somewhere, it's where they put it. They walk into their space, it's being left alone, it's being respected. All those type of things for me are not as they should be. And right, it's right now, I think where it is right now is that, the saying, I know that you know that I know. That's kind of where we're at. They know that I know that they know that I know. You know what I mean? So it's basically now how much, now it's not about now do I believe that, yes. I I'll talk about that in another video. This a lovely I think it's CJ said, the Lord said to come up from among them. And I preached about that. And there are people that this is the catch for me. There are people around me that profess to be Christian. They are adamant that they're Christian, but beyond saying they're Christian and beyond playing worship music, they are the cruelest people I've ever met in my life. They have no patience for people. They're prideful. They're braggadocious. Absolutely not a representative of Christ. So I want people to know that if you're looking for someone who's Christian, just saying they're Christian does not make them so. It's the only religion that way. Anyone can say they're Muslim and practice and do the practices. Anyone can say they're Buddhist, Sikh, Hindu, all of those different religions. You can be, if they allow you to, you can become that. But for Christianity, it's anyone should be able to see the character of a person and know by their fruits who they are. And that's the thing. There are many churches who are, like I said, they're so prideful, condescending. They act like they've never had sin. No like lay person could ever relate to them because you walk in there and they're so like. First of all, I think it's beautiful to be dressed well and to dress nicely, but that's just, to me, is just for show. As long as you're clean, a church, the building, if it's what people want it to be, should be a safe haven. It should be a place for people to go if they want comfort, someone to direct them. The churches that I know right now don't have the means to feed people, to clothe people, to house people. They are very showy, braggadocious. They follow every ritual practice that the world practices. What makes them different than the world? So this is where I'm at with this right now. I just want to let you know that the Lord is with us and that you are being refined right now, that you're going to have people do things to you that are so outrageous, and the Lord will not give you more than you can bear. So just know that if you're something's happening to you and it's like, why, or how outrageous is this, just know that first of all, you're very strong. And that should show you the level of the strength that the Lord sees in you, and just believe that you have this. And then just go through the motions. Just take it moment by moment. Stay in your word. Prayer and worship for me especially has been so powerful. It's kept me at peace. And be okay with being by yourself. The remnant is a small group of people. Be okay with being on your own, enjoying God's presence. I'm not saying you shouldn't go up with people because it's important to do that too. Because how is people going to know what God's character is like if they don't see you, an example of God's character? But what I'm going to say is that it's important for you to have time on your own, to have time to relax, to have peace, to work out, to walk, to worship, to have commune with the Lord. It's so important. This is what the lady that I saw, when she saw me, I was shocked that she recognized me, but she said, I saw you come for a full circle. Because there's a period where I was so young. I remember I had to look back on the video and say, what happened to me? And then I thought, is it warfare or is it just age? Because I could see the stress in my face, and she confirmed for me that it was what I was going through, the warfare, the witchcraft that I was going through, that was just sucking the life out of me. So yes, I've gotten older, but what you were seeing maybe a few months ago is definitely a reflection of the warfare that I've had to endure. I pray that this video goes up okay. I thank you all for the support you guys have given me. I don't know how I would survive without. I see it. Can you hear me now? I don't know how long it's been. I'm gonna have to come on again. No sound. Is there still no sound now, Carol? Because the sound, I just looked at the sound button and it was muted. Can you hear me? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna have to do a live again. There's so much I had said. Anyway, I thank you, Carol. I'll have to look out for all those different symbols when I come on again. This, like I said, this has never been a thing. I didn't mute the video. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'll come on again. So basically, what I was saying is that for those of you, perfect, thank you so much. For those of you who are feeling that you're isolated and that you're alone and that you don't fit in, hopefully this will be a confirmation, and you'll have other confirmations to let you know that the Lord isolates his chosen, his people, that it's important for you to commune with him, to have time with him alone. He's a very jealous God. He doesn't share, but also too, it's important to be able to hear his voice and his direction. There's so much going on. There's so much chaos in the world right now. The only way that we're going to be able to navigate as his people is to be able to have direction from him, which having alone time with him, getting in his word. Worship has been so powerful for me. When I don't have the energy or the enthusiasm to get do other anything else, praise and worship has been powerful. There's been one song called what's it called? Oh my gosh. I trust him. I trust in God. I don't know if you've heard this. It seems like it's a new song, but I've been playing that over and over again. I get teary eyed when I play it. It's such a powerful song. I think the person who sings, it's like in a situation, the video, I'll post it in the description. Yes. Oh, that's so CJ, so powerful. I believe that the enemy wants to destroy the Lord's chosen, but I also believe that the Lord, while he's training us and refining us, is shielding us. He's hiding us. Because to anybody else and to the people in their life that know, there's people in your life that do know what's the calling on your life, but they don't want others to know. So they'll try and slander you, tarnish your reputation, treat you like a nobody. But the Lord has big plans for that. So just know the Lord loves you, and just stay humble and meek and let him fight for you. Don't worry, when it's time for him to unveil who his people are, first of all, the ones who tried to hurt you, the people who have been against you are going to be so ashamed. But secondly, this is going to be time to shine, to glorify and magnify God, and let people know of all different religions, creeds, gender, that the Lord is omnipotent, omnipresent, all wonderful, powerful, and he's above everything. And it'll be our job to exemplify that. All right, so I'll be doing another live. I'm not too sure exactly when that is. And I had a video that I was going to put up about what to do in relations to the upcoming like emergencies that are going to be happening. But since I've been talking about this, other people have kind of spoke about it as well. What it is that the scripture, the Bible talks about if the Lord provides for the birds, wouldn't He provide for us? That is true. But I do believe that it's important for us to live a life of self-sufficiency. So we shouldn't be trying to run to a fast food establishment every time we need food. We should be able to go to our pantry, go to our garden, and put together a meal. Because when things hit the fan, you're not going to be able to run to a fast food establishment to buy anything. We need to have what we have. You know, and again, I was previously talking about storing things, but have heard different things about them coming and confiscating people's stored goods, right? Especially for someone like, I don't know, me or whoever else who's been always talking about having things. This this might be where they come first. First. So the Lord basically let me to understand, oh, He's a protector. He shields us and protects his chosen. But I think it's important to be living in more independently than we've been trained and directed to live. Running out to get food, cooked food from establishments, first for two reasons is not good for me. One, people pray over food. People curse food. You know, that goes into our temple. Two, as I said, if something should go down, and when something goes down, we're not going to be able to run to the store to pick up a bucket of chicken and fries and whatever else at wherever establishment you might go to. It's not going to be a thing. It's important for us to maintain and to be able to put together something at home. Right? Do a practice run. See if something should happen for a week or whatever else. See what you have in your house to prepare meals, and get used to eating at home. It's so important. Have seeds, plant things inside. You know, we don't know what the Lord's going to do in regards to provision, but He's always provided for me. I can't deny that, either through people who have given something to help financially, or when I was in my wilderness time, I was so thin, but I never lacked. What our idea of need and His idea of need are two different ideas, believe me. All right, thank you so much, Carol. Thank you for letting me know the volume wasn't up to par. I will have to do another live to kind of share again what I was talking about. Remember, you are made marvelous. You're a very special generation created specifically for this time. Stay strong, and hopefully I hear from that young lady who I had seen a couple weeks ago. The store was Nation, so if you remember me, and you're on here and you remember the situation, send me a message, Instagram or on email. Okay? Until next time, guys, be blessed.